I've always felt like the business of Aaron Francis being about being Aaron Francis
Mm-hmm.
is like your strongest strategy.
Yep.
That is where I feel like you have such a distinct advantage, an
I
unfair
can do it best.
advantage.
I can do it
Right.
better than anyone else.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, the good part about that is not only can you be Aaron Francis, but people enjoy the authentic
People
Aaron
like,
Francis
yes, that is
experience,
true.
right? So, like, that's not something that's true of a lot of people, right? Whether it's
Mm-hmm.
because of their natural personality, because they're not willing to put themselves out there, whatever the case is, like, not everybody can click with the audience in the way
Mm-hmm.
I think you can click with the audience. That's where it's like, how do you leverage that? The best use of that, like all that
That is the
stuff.
question. Yep.
Yeah, I think having that because some of these things are like it's harder. Like even day-based school, like there's an element of that since you're doing training, but it's still there's a lot of that's just going to be more like execution type stuff. Like we run
Totally.
ads or we do whatever, right?
Totally.
And it's just like grindy business stuff that has to happen to do that. Whereas like the being Aaron Francis track is like stuff that you're just inherently interested in because you are Aaron Francis.
I am through and
And
through.
yeah, and so and yeah, and that clicks with people and all that stuff.
So, what is the best way to monetize that?
I don't know. Well, there's always the tug. I think that if there was no financial necessities, you could just throw yourself all in on that, right? But I
Yep.
don't think that's possible, right? So
Nope.
you have to continue to try to have more practical ways to earn money, at least in the short term. So I
Mm-hmm.
think what you're doing is pretty good. Like it's like maybe you do need to push for a little more keynotes and a few more things like that. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
you should try to be like every quarter I'm doing stuff because this refinement idea is very interesting, right? It's like you're
Mm-hmm.
refining the shtick to do that, you need to be out there giving the shtick at least occasionally, right? Or
Yep.
maybe it's not always a keynote, but in some form where you're workshopping it, you're evolving it, you're matching it to the times, all that
Mm-hmm.
kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Meta just released this AI slop app, and if you saw this,
Oh my
but
God.
it's getting killed. The
Talk
Ben
about
Thompson
depressing.
analyst has an interesting take where he's more positive on it. But regardless, the point is like authenticity,
Mm-hmm.
all these things are just going to be more and more at a premium, right? Like somebody who's an actual human that people can connect to and want to connect to, I think is going to be more valuable, right? As we go forward. So yeah, there's something in the mix with
There's
all
something
this.
there's
Yeah.
something there.
Maybe you do need the book, right? Maybe you're right. Like maybe a book in this regard gives you the physical
I
thing
think
that,
so.
right? It's like it doesn't even matter. The book itself is sort of meaningless in a sense, but it's like it gives you that like even selling it to a corporate like author, right? It's like just
Right.
has still some cachet. This is a book. It's done well, or whatever scale
Right.
that means for a book, right? And then like yeah, it's a thing you leave behind when you give a talk at a corporation. It's like
Mm-hmm.
here's my box of books I leave and I sign them and all that
I
stuff
make
and
I
like
make them buy 250 books for me to show
that's
up
part of it, right?
and
Yeah,
and
whatever it
also
is.
pay me. Yeah.
Right, all that stuff. Um, interesting.
Yep. I think I think
Yeah,
uh I think I do have to run dual strategies. I
yeah,
have to make money. And I think
right.
database school, as we've talked about, is a
Yep,
good way to make money. It
yeah,
just that just has to happen.
yeah.
And it's a pity that I haven't gone on my vision quest yet because I would know
I
the
could use
answers
that.
to all of this.
Right.
I think long term, 5 years, I think the business of Aaron Francis is more what I want to be doing. Like that's more of where I feel like I do have a unique advantage.
Yeah.
So yeah, but for now, the way that we get there is I think maybe for the first time ever, I'm doing the exact right thing. It's
Hey,
possible. Yeah.
yeah. Well, it's also like the database school, or even if there's other commercial endeavors, they can, but especially with this, I think where you're heading with the Aaron Francis Inc. stuff, it works into that, and the like. I think that's part of the stick. Like I'm a real developer. I've done these things.
Yep.
I've started companies. I've worked in tech startups. Like I've been where you are, assuming that this message ends up staying kind of developer
Yeah.
focused, which I assume would be kind of part of it. And maybe it broadens out from there. But I think like initially you'd probably be more like developer focused. So I think that all kind of works together nice, other than obviously when you have two strategies, it's time and
Right.
effort and all that stuff. But
Yeah. I don't know if
yeah,
this is a two birds with one stone or a two rabbits
it's
catches
like one
neither,
and a half.
It's
Yeah.
something
Sometimes that's true too.
something like that. I did get an email
Mm,
from somebody this weekend that said like, hey, I've been following your technical content for databases for a while. I just have stumbled across your non-technical content, and I got to say, like, it's really refreshing. I'm very, grateful for all the stuff you're putting out there. It's just, it's wonderful, whatever. And so I
Yeah.
do think there's a little bit of synergy of maybe this is building up my launching point for, the more pure Aaron Francis Inc. Is like
Yeah.
doing stuff that is technically like valuable and then bringing them into the world and kind of doing the non-technical stuff as well. So
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know,
Kinda
we'll see.